Up, John? John, you mad too?
Nah, I ain't mad for what?
All right, bet. I just making sure.
I ain't mad at all. I was just asking a question because, like, do you agree that URL is the toughest stage? And I'm not saying that to. I understand what you're saying. You can't say it because you ain't been there. But I think the difference with the URL stage is the expectations. When you touch the URL stage, the expectations is like, oh, you have to be great versus going some places where there's just fans that just happy to see you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, so, like,
So
even though
yeah,
you're not
because
on
of what
URL.
I've built, because of who I am, yeah. For a normal person though, like Easy's first battle on URL, he didn't have the same pressure I'm gonna have on my first.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, of course. I mean, it's
Right.
way more pressure on you, for
So
sure,
I don't
because
know if it's
of the brand.
URL or if it's like the actual situation at hand.
I mean, it's both. It's for
Hmm.
you. For
Yeah.
you, it's both. But regardless of anything, like, um, I just because I don't want to. The reason why I was asking that because I want to get you to say, okay, yeah, I understand URL is the toughest stage, so it don't look like you just saying anything for your argument. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to make it seem like not make
Well,
it seem like,
I don't know
but
if you heard me earlier. I said Homecoming, like Urban Plaza, Nome, Summer Madness, those stages
right,
are different, right?
right,
Like I
right.
said, those stages are completely different. Like, but like when you say, yo, like if I was in a volume, a traffic, a light work, a UM5, like I wouldn't feel absolutely anything different, you know what I mean, than what I
Right.
already do, you know? I would say like those big Summer Madness Gnome type joints, just knowing the pressure of all of what's going on and what stage you're on, I would say, yeah, I would probably look at that like, shoot, when I battled Ill Will, first time in front of 2,000 people, bro, on that stage, that song was playing. That's that shit I don't like. The whole stage was
Mhm.
vibrating. My legs got weak. I said, don't throw up. Don't throw up. Don't be one of these guys. Like I felt that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll probably happen when if I was a rock like a Gnome or a Summer Madness or something like that. You know? But like I don't know that it's specifically because it's URL or if it's just because of all of the pressure and all of everything that's built up to what that looks like. You know? Like
Yeah.
with Loso, I'm like, bro, this pressure, bro. You skipping the PGs, you on Gnome. You know what I mean? That mug right here, I'm standing behind him on the same stage, thinking, dang, if I was rapping right now, I'd probably be like a little nervous, my lip quivering, something like that, But
So
like,
for you, you just think it's no different. You think you going to URL is no different than what you've been doing.
I think if I was to go on any of those other ones, but I think if I was to show up and have to, be on a Gnome or a Summer Madness, like, yeah, I think that pressure would in the environment and everything would be a little different, yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
I mean, I don't know why 2,000 people. Okay, so didn't they just perform? Was Homecoming at no Homecoming's at Urban Plaza?
Mm-hmm.
What was gonna be at it was gonna be at Believe, right? Is that what
Mm-hmm.
originally it was gonna be at Believe, right?
Right.
URLs was. I was gonna say like like URL was gonna use Believe Music Hall, the same exact place that I battled Ill Will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably 75% of the people were gonna be the same people that would go to the A Ward Ill Will and Cassidy Hitman that's gonna go to Homecoming.
Yeah. But it's
So
still a
but
different. It's still a different attitude, though. It's still different, bro. Like you definitely got on your resume to thousands of people. You definitely, as far as the big stages, you definitely got on your resume the names. You know what I'm saying? But URL is definitely different. Like I know you had conversations with Loso, right? And I'm pretty sure Loso would say the same. Nah, it's not
Well,
different
I
on
mean, Loso
URL.
Loso didn't do where I'm at now. Loso wasn't there when he started on URL. He performed on Bullpen, but he
Right.
didn't. I mean, he performed at Drum, on RBE and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But and before I battled Ill Will, I would have told you battling in front of 2,000 people is something that's going to be a lot different. That I'm probably like, whoa, that's different,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I had conversations with other battlers that have said, yeah, I went over there and that it was it. They say it's different or whatever, but I felt comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still different, man. I don't agree with
It's
nobody
got to be different,
discrediting.
bro. That's the thing, though,
I
John.
don't
John.
agree
It
with
has to
nobody
be
dis.
different because if it's not different, the mystique and the excuses can't be used.
Mm. You think those are being excuses?
Well, when people come to me, I think it is because I performed in front of 2,000 people. I performed against deadly battlers in all environments. I performed at the highest level. I've had battle of the year. I performed, you know what I mean? And so when it comes to that, it's like, how can we find a way to say but? So if you want to say but you haven't headlined the Summer Madness yet, that's cool. I'm with that. But to say but you haven't battled on URL, bro, you know how many trash people battle on URL? You know how many people don't even deserve to battle on URL that battle there because they got to keep putting out battles to make $8 a month work? You know how
Yeah.
big that locker room is and how small it should
But
be?
them same trash people on URL them probably went to smaller leagues and did their thing, which is why they on URL in the first place.
No, they did. I mean, they did their thing in their. I mean, battle rap lives off the up and comer right now.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it kind of like we need to have those guys because you guys, granted, you built this, you deserve all the big checks and stuff. You know, now that we're making more money, and back in the day, you was putting in blood, sweat, and tears and getting, you know what I mean.
Right.
But like to keep it running, well, we need battles, we need cards, we need you. You ain't ready. I don't care if you ain't ready. You look like you can put 3 rounds together. Come on, drive out here. Like that's how we're operating now. You know.
So let me ask you this: do the URL argument bother you? Like,
Only
does
if
it
it's
bother you that they
discrediting
bring
me.
it up?
So only if it's discrediting me, right?
Right.
So like Verb put out a blog, like I said, 4 months ago. He talking great about me, right? He
Mm-hmm.
said, Ward, you had a fork in the road. You're gonna have to choose. You know, do you want to go with the money? Do you want to go over here in URL, or do you want to continue to be an independent talent? Boom, boom, boom. Right? He
Mm-hmm.
give me my props, but saying like, Yo, Ward, you're gonna have to choose for your legacy what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 4 months later, it's like, why are we even talking about A Ward? Why y'all give him any airtime? Why do y'all even put his name with these other people? He ain't been over here. He can't do what we do. He can't. That's discrediting, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tone is totally different. He might mean the same thing, but the tone is totally different. So when people say that, I'm cool with it. But when they discredit or when they try to make people out to be like, why do y'all even rock with him? I'm like, bro, like I'm one of the most professional battle rappers in you're a league owner, bro. Like
Right.
you would be elated to book me. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I know Ward ain't gonna tax me heavy. He gonna come with 3 crazy rounds. He gonna give it his all. He gonna promote it. You know?
Yeah. Now that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. But I'm saying is like, if it bothers you somewhat, right? Arguing your point is not gonna win that over. Arguing your point is not gonna win that over. So it don't cross your mind like, you know what? Let me go kill something over here. Instead of sitting there saying, I would do this, I would do that. What's stopping you from actually doing it? Because the offer is there. We all know URL wants you over there. Let's click. Let's get that
Well,
out of
well,
there.
that's the thing. The offer I don't think really is there anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
It
I
is.
mean, well, it is, but like I said, it's not there without. So he basically said he came out and said we signing him to an exclusivity extended contract, right? With
Mm-hmm.
no guarantees because he is a LeBron. He's a star player. We're not letting him come over here, do 2 or 3 battles, do a year contract, none of that. We signing him to a long-term deal. Why would I believe it's in my best interest to sign 2 or 3 years to a entity that people have pitted me against? I've done a little bit of it too, not just people, with the back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And give them my career with no guaranteed money, no guaranteed names, and none of that, and just say I trust you.
Yeah, but the people got your back in that aspect. Let's say that they announce A Ward
Oh,
signs to URL, right? The people is not gonna let them just have you sitting there not doing anything.
all right, so here's what we'll do. I'll
Period.
put my Cash App on Twitter tomorrow. When we get $5,000 sent to my Cash App, I'll sign the contract.
You can't do that, A Ward. This is
Exactly.
yeah,
I'm
you
not
can't do that.
signing nothing with the people's backing if they not paying me. You know what I
You
mean?
can't do that, bro. I mean, you're gonna get paid on URL. You're gonna get paid. They can't
I ain't
tell
signing
you.
it.
They
I'm too
can't
old
tell
for
you
that. I'm too
certain
old to
things.
sign contracts with no money with no money guaranteed.
I mean, you're gonna. What do you think they're gonna have you battling for free?
That's what they asked me to do.
I'm saying you think they're gonna have you battling for free for 2 years?
No, but I mean I'm
That's what
not
I'm
battling
saying.
for
You
free for
you
two
think it's
rounds.
anybody on URL battling for free right now other than fucking crucible niggas that's coming out and getting a shot? You
I
think these
think I
niggas
think
on
there's
light
people
work
battling.
battling for free?
I
Niggas
think
ain't
there's people
battling for
battling
free.
for. I think there's people battling for $1,500, and I'm not battling for $1,500 either.
I don't know, man.
A lot of conversation also. Let me get both of your take. What was that? Skipping the line. That was a conversation in the spaces also.
Yeah,
You
that's
skipping.
that's silly because there's no line. There's no line. Like Verb was talking about skipping a line. The line was reinvented a long time ago. There's no more lines. They was giving easy to block Captain Mook, right? He was getting Mook, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the time, would he not be skipping the line to battle Mook over other people that should have been battling Mook?
Yeah, for
The
sure.
Austin knows the Sue Surfs of the
Yeah.
world. I'll give you that.
Okay.
You want to go in that
Okay.
direction.
So Loso, B Dot, those guys, they skipped the line, right? Naturally, they did.
Granted though, before Easy was given that opportunity, he was given other opportunities, but he did what he needed to do to be put in that situation. You see what I'm saying?
Of
Like
course.
he's
I'm
done
not even
good
saying he
enough.
don't deserve it. I'm not even saying he
Right.
don't deserve it. I think he going crazy, and I would look. I want to see Easy and Mook, but I'm
Right.
saying the idea of that there is a certain process, right, that you have to go through to get to certain places is not true. There's not a process. There's a process for people that they want to control, but there's not a process for different things. They break Ben rules all the time, and that's fine. I agree with it, but don't act like there's like, yo, Ward, you got to come in here and get it through the mud or whatever. You know what I mean? Like everybody else did, because they skip people in the lines all the time.
Yeah, I just feel like the URL argument is gonna bother you, as it should. If I was in this situation and niggas bringing that up, I've been discredited a lot. So I
Yeah,
don't, and I see the work that you're doing. You know, we have plenty of conversations. I would never
yeah,
discredit what you did outside of URL.
yeah,
Period.
and I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? But I know the URL is gonna keep being brought up to discredit you, and it ain't just gonna be by Verb. It's gonna be by niggas that's
Yeah,
on URL. Anytime you get into argument with anybody that's on URL, they think they're better than you because they're on URL. They hold
yeah.
them conversations. I just feel like if it's gonna bother you, the only way you're gonna shut this shit up, and I understand, and I'm not mad at you standing on your 2 weeks.
Come back out, come back in. North, come back in, because you delay. It's a delay. We'll give us a second, North.
North was. Yeah, and I hear you though. But yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it don't. I already said I could end my career and never battle there, and I'll still be happy, right? It's not like something I wake up.
Definitely should be something you'd be proud of, for sure. Like you did, especially for what you did for so long without URL. That needs to be commended. That needs to be
The biggest thing that irritates me is like voices like, you know, Surf, you know what I mean? Like when he was going at me, you know, in the Twitter spaces, you know what I mean? You know, obviously prayers up to Surf. You know, voices like Verb, Midwest Legend, you know what I mean?
Right.
These are voices that could easily sway people to think a certain thing about me.
And they
so
will.
Like if you're reporting the news, if you're reporting like what you said, like, yo, Ward's crazy, you know, but you know, he gonna have to, like, you know, if we want to see him over here, he gonna have to do something like that's fine. But like in a discrediting manner, in a like why, you know, like that kind of stuff, that's what irritates me.
Wow, Larry lost John right here for a little bit.
Yeah, man, Wi-Fi said D, none of the above.
Larry lost John for a little bit though, man. Do you like this conversation? Does it bother you a lot? Like everybody comes at you, like the first thing they want to say is, you know, not discredit you, but saying that it doesn't count until you come over there. Because that was a lot of conversation also, that it doesn't count. That's more of discrediting you, of course, right?
Yeah, I like the conversation. I dislike it. I dislike it at times because, but this is media, right? Like certain things are more popular to talk about. You're gonna get more clicks on certain things, right?
My other phone overheated on me, man.
Okay, you good.
So I like the conversation, and like I'm in 700 mentions today. You know, we know algorithms is crazy. You know, so like I'm not sitting here like mad that, you know, there's 7 YouTube videos that people have copied and pasted about me today and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like bad publicity, good promo, whatever. That's all dope. You know what I mean? But it just sucks that it's like the same conversation all the time. You know what I mean? And then like I did not expect Verb to jump out the window like that. I didn't expect Daylight to come on there talking about all of my battles don't count. The only 2 that count is against Mike P and Tay Rock. You know what I mean? Like it's basically saying like, but I mean, we know Daylight is Daylight, right? But actually Daylight been mad supportive, you know? But like I didn't expect him to kind of like, I guess, talk the way he was talking, you know? And so that's when I was just kind of like, yo, that's
it might be bait. It might be bait to get you over the URL.
That's what I was thinking. I told him I got a big battle with Big K. We trying to promo it 2 weeks, you know. Now all of a sudden some button got pushed and it's like, yo, have everybody in the media talk about A Ward and URL. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think you might have to give him one, man.
I'll give him one.
You
That's
might
what I
have to
told him.
give
I
him
told him,
one,
I
and
said,
then
I'll
that.
sign a 4-battle contract for a year. Why can't we do that? I'll do 4 battles in a year. Won't battle nowhere else.
Or
That's
you,
not
or
an
you, or
opportunity.
you, or you could tell him this. Or you could tell him this. All right, I'll do one battle off contract. It don't matter who, where, whatever, right? And you can make your point with that one battle, and then you got leverage to negotiate how that contract gonna look.
Yeah, of course. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I've said to them. Like, but they seem non-negotiable about the exclusivity side of it. You know what I mean? And like, if we keeping it a buck, bro, I go over there, battle, and sign a contract, and if I don't like it, leave.
All right, let me say this. What's stopping you from the exclusivity contract? What's in the way of that?
I
Is
don't feel like
King of
URL
the
looks
Dot
at me as
equity?
an asset. I don't feel like they look at me as an asset, like a partnership. Like, yo, we see how great you are. We want you to be a part of the team. I feel like the energy is, yo, we're only locking you into this because we want to keep you from the other leagues. And we want to have some kind of control over what you're doing. Because technically, I'm really kind of the only thorn in their side. They don't even have a side to have a thorn in because they have a monopoly on battle rap. But if there is, that pebble in the shoe
Hmm.
is always having to hear, I want A Ward on URL. I want A Ward on URL right now.
All right, so all right, bet. So you think they don't want you to go to other leagues? All right, let me give you another perspective on it. Right, the other leagues that they talking about is RBE and King of the Dot. Just so we clear, right? These are
And there's probably a couple others, but yeah.
probably a couple others, but these are the main rival leagues here, right? And URL is considered to have the biggest battle rap platform, right? So when they put you on that platform, that also raises your profile, right?
Right.
So why would they raise your profile for you to take that and bring it to one of their rival leagues? You see what I'm
I,
saying?
I,
So
I
it's
agree with that. So let
more
me ask
so
you
of that.
this.
I feel like they do want you at URL, but they
Right.
don't want to put their sources into you for you to take it to their rivals.
Right. So in
That's what
turn,
exclusivity is about.
why would they expect a league like RBE, who built me up on their platform and invested in me, to turn around and turn my back on them to take my talents to another league? Right? It's basically saying we don't want you to do to us what we're asking you to do to RBE and King of the Dot.
Mm,
You feel me?
right.
So it's like, hey, we want to lock you into this so that they don't benefit from you, right? And then RB's looking at me like, Ward, we gave you freaking Danny Myers, O Red, Ill Will, Rosenberg, QB, Reed Dollars, Big K. Those are my first. How many crazy battlers are on that? Ward, we we
Right.
we paid you the most you make, like, and we put you on max outs and stuff like that. And now you just gonna take that? You at the highest point of your career and jump over there?
Yeah, I mean, shit. It could be another level to go to, and this contract is only for what, a year or two. Ain't like
Well, it's two
ain't
with a
like
third option. The last one they sent me was two with a third option. Yeah, so.
okay. And when that contract is up, after you done use their platform to build your profile, you can always go back home. You can
If
always go back.
ifs and buts were
It's not
candy and
forever.
nuts, it'd be Christmas all year long.
You said what?
I said, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas all year long. That's what moms used to say. I'm just saying, like, bro, listen, you come to me and you say, Ward, we got this opponent, we got this bread, we want to get you this, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, that sounds dope to me. I know guys that have those contracts. I know guys that have 4 battle contracts, 5 battle contracts, 2 caffeine, 3 app, this amount, this amount. Come to me and say that.
All
Get
right.
crazy.
So bottom line is just over for you on URL. I think that this shouldn't even be a conversation. If I was you, I'm not entertaining no more interviews about it, because the more interviews gonna come up, they keep bringing this up to you. The more this is being put out there, this is more. It's gonna be a lot more discrediting towards you. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Like,
I
I'm
might
not
agree
about
with you there. I might agree with you there.
I'm not about to shit on the league that gave me the looks. I'm not mad at that, but I wouldn't look at it like you shitting on that league. It's almost like when artists in the industry, they got their managers to begin with. Then they get to a certain point to go to another level. They might need somebody else with different experience and different connections to take them somewhere. And that's not shitting on the manager that you came up with, because you can still keep them around and put them in position some way somehow. But it's still another level to go to. And again, I fuck with RBE. I fuck with ARP. It's not shitting on them. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, your relationship with who your relationship is through battle rap. You
Yeah,
want
of
to be
course.
the greatest battle rapper. You want to touch these platforms. You want it to where, you know what I'm saying? And you don't like this fucking narrative. I don't like it for you. So I know it's bothering you. But it's only, it don't matter how many lives. You could get on Angry Fan, 3-letter. You talking ain't going to change it. The only way, we got to see you on URL. That's how I feel as a battle rapper. But you know what I mean? I'm not trying to, talk you into
Bro,
anything. I want to see you win. So
no,
regardless of what, you know what I mean?
I rock with
Regardless, it's just, I don't know. It shouldn't be no
you.
platform don't touch.
I,
That's how
listen,
I
like,
feel. Everything needs
bro,
to be.
everybody knows, like, listen, everybody knows at this point, I signed the contract, right? I signed the contract and did the free battle to battle Twerk. I was headed there for 2 years, 3 years, right? Like,
Mhm.
signed the exact same contract I'm telling you I won't sign now.
This
Was
is
locked in,
what we got to hear.
huh?
What we don't know.
You-
What we got to hear.
Yeah, no, that was locked in. Was supposed to battle Twerk. He got in his car wreck. They said we not rescheduling it.
Mm.
Turned around and said you can get real sick on volume. I said bet, pay me 1,500. They said you got to do it free. I said I already wrote 3 free rounds. I'm not battling him for free on volume. They said we ain't working then. Dog,
Mm.
who's the petty one? Why is 1,500 a difference in me being over there? Who's the petty one in this scenario? Is it me saying like Ward, how dare you even ask for 1,500, or is it them trying to like put like a
Y'all
no?
playing a nut holding contest. Pause. Y'all
Exactly,
are
exactly. We
like,
both are exactly.
it's both of y'all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what's going on. But
yeah.
I think, if we're not going to get it, then we're not going to get it. We should lead the
I do agree with you though. I think the more that I have these conversations and these interviews, it fuels the fire that I'm anti URL, and I'm not anti URL. I'm anti the business of trying to get me over there, right? And so a lot of people look at me like I'm kind of like it's me versus them. And I always say in interviews, like I got so much respect, love for them. Man, they are the best, biggest, league in the world. They put out great product, got no problems with any of them. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to be like, yo, A Ward, he's that one dude that don't rock with us or whatever. Just because I'm not over there don't mean I don't rock with him. Like I said, got the app, brothers battle there, watch the battles, support the battles, fly out to the battles, put people on to the battles and apps and stuff like that. But the more that this conversation goes back and forth, the more interviews I do, the more we talk about contracts, the more we talk about all of this stuff, it just irritates them to no end too. That A Ward's on 3 talking about all of this kind of stuff again, and it just pits
We
us
was talking
against
about
each other and
A-Verb
makes
though.
us
We was talking
further.
about A-Verb a little bit though. The conversation was,
And that's what I said. I
we
don't
was
know why
talking
he
about
jumped out the
URL
window.
first.
And so like what John was saying is like, I got to start ignoring it. But like,
Yeah.
how was I going to ignore a verb jumping out the window like that? You know what I mean? All that. I mean, I could turn my phone off. You know what I mean? And just like let it pass.
Right,
But I
got you,
mean,
got you, got you.
Surf did a week of spaces when at one time, just and aired my whole phone blowing up. What are you gonna say to this? What are you gonna say to this? Like the people that are mentioning my name are almost people that you have to respond to. If it was just Joe Schmo down the street, if it was Stumbles popping out, like, yeah, you ain't done nothing over here, like, all right, bro, get out. And I rock with Stumbles. I'm just using a name of like, like of the voice and the culture type stuff.
Yeah. Nah, I feel that. I feel that. And people in the comments is talking about $1,500. We all know A-Ward is worth more than that. We all know. I just want to say this. You can't measure every
Yeah,
opportunity by the dollar amount.
you're right.
Measure every opportunity by the dollar amount. Because that
You're very right.
1,500, somebody can take that opportunity. You could turn that into something. You could go viral. Next thing you know, people calling you because of what you've seen in that 15. Now you can ask for 10 based off you taking that 15. It's almost like flipping anything. It's like flipping your own
Which is why I
material.
took the free battle because I wasn't going to do a
Right.
free battle, but they said it's Twerk. The opportunity to come in and battle Twerk on my first URL battle, I saw that as worth, signing and doing what I was going to go do. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm not the kind of person that would like sit back and say I need a whole bunch of bread, but I am the kind of person where I'm not going to feel like you're playing with me.
Right. Right. No, I feel you. I feel you.
So you rock with RBE though?
Of course.
That's what's up. So next year, what you doing? I'm smoking Hollow Verb and you next year on RVE. All 3 of
Yo,
y'all.
tell them what you doing in your battle against B Magic.
Yeah, I told B Magic he getting 2 rounds and the whole third is just a clip for Verb. I'm getting Magic
Yo.
up out of here in next month.
Oh man. Oh man. Don't let that be debatable. Verb gonna go crazy in them.
Oh my God, it's in St. Louis. It's in St. Louis too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I just want to hear the crowd say his slogan against me because they gonna know every syllable to that slogan too. I hope B
Verb,
Magic goes crazy.
Verb be there. Verb gonna be there.
That'll be the
Verb show.
first. I've been out there 4 times. I ain't never seen him. So
I'm out.
nah. Hey John, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you heavy, man.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna go. Yo, appreciate your brothers, man. Holla.
All right, y'all.
What?
3.
Yes,
As
sir.
always, man. Thank you. Thank you,
Always,
bro.
brother. Peace and love, my man.
No doubt, man. Everybody in the comments love y'all. Whether you think I'm terrible or whatever, appreciate y'all for tuning in. 300 people on here. That's really dope, man. And yeah, stay tuned, man. 3 crazy battles to end the year, and then we'll see what 2023 has.
All right. My brother, peace and love, man.
Peace.